Welcome to Folding Towels, a podcast for massage therapists with Jackie and David. If you are enjoying our episodes and want to support the production, consider buying us a coffee. Your contributions help us bring you more insightful discussions and expert interviews. Follow the link in the show notes or visit buymeacoffee.com/Folding Towels podcast to contribute, and thank you for your support. Welcome back to another episode of the Folding Towels podcast. I'm sitting next to Jackie.
Hi, David. Hello again.
We have just had a good old 45-minute debrief with each other because, you know what? Sometimes you need to have a chat with a real-life person.
Sometimes. All the time.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. It's really good to see you in person, David. I haven't seen you for a couple of months, it feels like.
Yeah, we've only been catching up on the big internet, haven't we?
Yes.
It's the end of March.
It is.
A quarter of the year is gone.
I'm very worried for my future, David, because time is moving at an exceptionally fast rate, and I am only at the middle part of my life. In about 5 more minutes, a year is going to be 3 weeks long.
Have you come across the Dad Bod veteran?
Yes, I have. Yes, I know who that is.
One of his reels the other day was him commenting on this young dude who said, I took a nap one day. When I woke up, I was 39 and elderly.
Uh-huh.
Since when was 39 elderly?
I know. It's really terrible when people younger than you are talking about being old, and I'm just like, no, please stop it.
One of my clients came in to see me the other day wearing a T-shirt, because you know that I like my quirky shirts, and I've attracted a quirky following. And this T-shirt said, "Speak slowly, I'm from the 1900s."
I love it.
And she was born in 1990-something.
I know. When I first heard people talking about the 1900s like that, I'm like, oh dear, no, that this is not sitting well with me. I do not like.
Yes, people born at the turn of the century are now 25, Jackie.
Shut up. Honestly, shut up.
And if they can afford to, they're reproducing.
Some of them are, yes. It's weird. It's really weird when you have clients that are born in like 2003 or 2005, and you have to mentally go, hang on a minute, they're over 18. Yeah. Because it doesn't feel like they should be.
Yeah, because I get the feeling that I need to call them and say, are you coming with a parent?
Yes. It's terrible. Oh my God, we're super old now, David. We just have to admit it.
All right, today we've got an interesting topic. In fact, this is a 2-part series because we're talking about mentoring and business coaching. The two of those are very different. Today we are talking about having a mentor in the massage industry and why that's important, how to find one, how to work with one.
We were actually discussing this before we started recording, David, and I did share the problem, I guess, the issue that because we were talking about the word mentor versus the coaching aspect, and I was like, oh, hang on a minute, I'm actually a bit confused now about what they both are. I thought I had a pretty good understanding of what a mentor was versus what a coach is, and then David tried to explain it to me and my brain went, oh, cannot compute.
Yeah. We'll try and keep this simple, but I guess in layman's terms, a mentor has a vested interest in you and your personal growth. And yes, you can have coaches in soccer and football and all those sort of things that drive into you skills and teamwork and blah, blah, blah. But often in the adult world, a coach is more likely to have a business focus, and you'll hear that the terminology of business coach. And if you're not in business, then business coaching probably isn't for you. But mentoring probably is quite relevant. I've had mentors in most of the industries that I've worked with, and mentors and mentoring sometimes is a transactional relationship where maybe you want to develop a particular skill set. You can see that that skill exists somewhere else, and so you approach that individual and you may pay for their time, they spend time with you, and they grow with you in your skills. Some of my mentors have just been someone who has been more senior to me within the workplace, who has been keen to take me under their wing and to help me grow as an individual in that profession.
Do you want to know who my mentor is, David?
It's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Well, look, I do tend to not necessarily pay for any services, any specific mentoring, but follow a lot of various people on, social media and things. And I listen to a few podcasts and I'm trying to remember somebody's name now, and I can't remember her name. I'll look it up in a second. But I do tend to absorb little bits of information from various people. I guess you would call them mentors, and you've mentioned people like Stuart Hines, Paula Nutting, Christine Knox, who offer mentoring. I do see those people online, and I actually am a member of Stuart Hines Inner Circle. But one of my favourite mentors, David, is actually you.
Oh, Jackie, I'm touched.
Every word that comes out of David's mouth, I'm like, "Ooh, how can I use this? How can this make me a better person, a better therapist?" And I'm not actually even joking here. I'm like genuinely like, I find David's way of doing things so inspiring sometimes, and yeah, so
I'm not sure whether I should blush or whether my head's going to explode.
But I guess if you think about it, we are often following a lot of different people. We might follow their reels, we might follow their TikTok, different social media, or even YouTube podcasts. There's a lot of information out there that mentors and business coaches are giving out for free. So it's not even something that you necessarily have to pay for, which is really good. Like, there's people want to build you up and want you to succeed. You just have to find those right people, I guess.
If you talk to anyone with a level of experience and seniority, they will all have mentors based on the fact that they will never know everything themselves. They have mentors who will help guide them in the right direction and also will help them to work through issues that they're encountering, whether it be in their skill set or their personal lives. You can have mentors in all sorts of things. And they will also help to keep them on track, accountable, and focused and enthusiastic about what they are doing. And I believe that we should all have a mentor. It doesn't have to be a formalized relationship, but someone who you can give a tap on the shoulder to and say, "Hey, I've got this tricky client. How would you approach this? I've got this issue that I need to deal with. What would you do?"
And that's why I love you, David, because I can just send you a quick message on Messenger and ask you questions and you respond to me.
This episode was not supposed to be the I Love David show.
But having said that, we have known each other for a long time. So
we certainly have.
It's a friendship rather than an actual specific mentorship. Yeah. But I see similarities. And this is probably where I would say it's really, really good to find somebody that is going to uplift you and have a positive attitude towards your business and really encourage you to not necessarily take random risks, but to take risks and have big goals and take those steps and really, like someone that looks at you and can point you in a direction that maybe you hadn't thought of before. And I guess that's a big part of the whole having a mentor or having a business coach things. You want somebody that is going to lift you up. And Yeah, I mean, I've certainly learned over the years that you don't need negative voices in your life. You absolutely need positive ones. And that's why we're still friends, because you are such a positive influence in my life, I guess. Not trying to, you know, have your head explode all over the place, big ego-wise over here, but yeah, like, I do look up to you. Like, you are a good friend, and yeah, so, sorry, I'll stop now. I'll stop.
Well, a good mentor will have a vested interest in your growth.
Yeah.
If you are looking for a mentor, and you probably should be, a good place to start is if you are in a clinic, a clinical environment where there are other therapists around you, there's likely to be someone with some knowledge that you want. And a good person in any industry shouldn't be afraid of sharing that information with you. And that's where the mentoring relationship often comes in. Someone who is touched by the thought that this person wants to be like me, eventually they might become like me, I can move on to a higher level of existence, and they can move into my place. So you would look to someone who probably has a similar set of values to you, someone who is moving in the direction that you think you want to go in, and someone who is prepared to invest time into you. And keep in mind that mentors might be a lifelong investment, but they don't have to be.
Well, I think we've already covered a little bit on how you can have informal mentors. Because a lot of those people that I mentioned previously, that's a bit more of an informal situation where you might be listening to a podcast to get those little tips and tricks from people, rather than having like a formal arrangement. If you have a formal arrangement, then absolutely you are wanting to get specific information, and might have specific business goals as well. So those are two different things. I'm wondering now if that informal structure is a little bit more business coaching, David. Do you think?
Not necessarily. A business coach is going to specifically help you on the systems and the structures of your business and how the business operations run. And you can have business mentors, and anyone who is not anyone, but many people who are in business don't necessarily have a coach, but at least have a mentor that they catch up with on a regular basis. Just as part of staying sane, really. But clinically, you can have mentors. I think of my teacher, Pat Farnsworth, who looked up very highly to John Barnes and Hugh Milne, and would continually travel overseas to meet those people, to absorb their knowledge so that she could grow in her treatment styles, and to bring that information back here to Australia as well to share. We are all supposed to be growing, and if we're not, we're stagnant.
Absolutely, that's such a true statement there, David. So where do we look? Do we ask in our professional networks? Is there someone that we know of that we can speak to at our association? Maybe you've met someone at a conference, and of course, trusty social media. Most of us are on social media of some description. I know a few therapists here in Adelaide who are mentoring up and coming young, new students, I guess, baby therapists, as I like to call them.
Yeah, there are certainly some clinics that specifically recruit fresh out of college, and they know it's that whole Richard Branson thing of treat someone well so they'll never leave, but know that they're grow them so that they will.
Yeah.
They know that they may only have 3 years of that person in their clinic before they get to the point of, hey, I'm ready to take the leap myself. But they're not jealous about it. For those 3 years, they enjoy this beautiful relationship where this person comes and absorbs and is a sponge and is enthusiastic. They haven't been jaded by the industry yet. and are prepared to work hard, and there's this imparting of knowledge, which is very satisfying to be able to do as well.
It's really lovely to see people grow as well. As I guess, an older therapist, both Dave and I have been in the industry for around a decade each. It's really lovely to see those fresh faces and to see that enthusiasm and people who are just genuinely like, I cannot wait to help people. And because as you've been in any job, it doesn't matter what it is, you do get a little bit jaded over time. You get tired and it becomes a little bit monotonous, and you will go through those cycles. So it's really quite wonderful to actually see those new therapists come through and have that excitement for building their business. And I think this is one of the reasons why we love talking to new therapists, David. Like you and I, every time we've gone anywhere, a new therapist comes up to us, we're like, oh my God, what are you doing? You know, how are you finding it? Do you need any help? Do you have any questions?
It's one of the fun things about going to a student clinic, actually.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll find somewhere where you just go, I don't think this is the right career choice for you. Just going through the motions. But when you meet a talented therapist who is excited and passionate, their touch feels delicious.
Yeah, absolutely. So something that is really important to consider also, if you are looking for a mentor or thinking about becoming someone's mentor, is matching your values and your communication styles. And not every person is going to be a great fit for you. So it's really important to sort of chat with somebody up front, find out what their goals are, see, if you are compatible, if you get on. And honestly, like, I'm a really big believer in that you have to have matching values to work with people. Like, that's something I've really learned a lot over the years. But yeah, so like if you're a really high energy person and your mentor is super low key, very introspective, you probably are not going to want to work with that person, or vice versa. It's really, really important to get someone that fits really well on that energetic level, a values level, and also that can teach you the things that you actually want to know.
And a good mentor will not be afraid of sharing their secrets with you. There are those of us in the industry who have their closely guarded secrets. You will not know the things, and therefore I will always be better than you.
I always am like, what are those secrets? Because, like, I think we're all doing the same thing, really.
They may not know either. And that is not the type of relationship that you need or want in your life.
It sounds pretty terrible. Oh my goodness.
I love the Japanese word of sensei, which you would know as teacher. But it has a more literal translation around the person on the path ahead of you. And so you're on the same journey. They're just a few steps ahead of you.
That is so true. I love that. Yeah. That's really so true, isn't it? We're all heading in the same direction. We just might be on a slightly different path, or
different time frame.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. Sometimes mentoring can cost money, particularly if there is an industry leader that you are really passionate about working with. They may not even be in the same country as you, and you can pay to have mentoring relationships. And again, this is common in the business circle, that you may have a fiscal relationship and this person invests their time in you as a sign of respect. And where you've got that fiscal thing, you are more likely to be proactive about any advice that is given to you because you have paid for that time. But mentoring doesn't have to cost money either, particularly if that person is in the same workplace as you.
Well, this is why a lot of new therapists are encouraged to work in a clinical environment, to go to work with either chiropractors or physiotherapists, and physiotherapists in particular can have such a really huge wealth of knowledge to share with the people working with them, which it's not a bad thing to actually do that straight out of massage school.
Yeah. Multi-D clinics, they are a wonderful learning environment, provided you are in a clinic that values sharing of knowledge.
True, very true.
A bad clinical experience would be one where this is your box, you stay in your box and you do those things, and I'll be in my box and I'll do my things. Yeah. The clinic that knows how to refer the client for the best clinical outcome and say, okay, I have done these things because those are my skills. It's now time for you to do these things because those are your skills. And together, all of us will ensure that this client has a wonderful outcome. They're great places to work in.
I do think that the whole referral system is probably something that's not done enough, both to and from massage therapists enough. Like it's something that can be expanded on, definitely. It does happen, and there are a lot of great people referring both to massage and from massage therapists. But that is definitely something that I would love to see improve, just as a little tip for everybody.
But if you do enter into a mentoring relationship, you need to understand that both of your time is valuable. And particularly if you as the mentee are trying to grow and you continuously cancel on your mentor or you waste their time, you come unprepared to meet with them or what have you, this is not a good thing. You will not get out of the relationship what you want, and they will likely just go frustrated with you and eventually cancel.
Well, this is where it's really important to have the boundaries set up in place beforehand, before you sort of start anything, and have good goal tracking as well. If you are committed to doing, say for instance, one module of a program per week, it's really important to try and get that done. And if you need to renegotiate that, absolutely renegotiate your goals and the expectations. But yeah, constantly ignoring things and not doing the thing that you said you were going to do, that's going to upset the relationship. So, yeah, something to really keep in mind.
Have you ever worked with a mentor, Jackie?
Do you mean someone besides you?
Yes. This is an informal relationship that we have going on.
Very informal. Not really. I've actually had a few business coaches over the years, but I don't think I've really had a mentor. I tend to have most of my mentor relationships, I think, are informal, stuff from social media that I see. There's a few people that I follow that I love everything that they say. I find them very uplifting, that sort of thing. I'm going to go with no, I think. I know. It's like how I'm so, I guess, muddled in my mind of how do you differentiate between a mentor and a business coach? Like I can sort of imagine the difference, but a part of me is going, oh, it sounds so similar. Like I've just really confused myself about the whole thing. I'm so sorry.
But it depends on what you're seeking mentoring for. Because not every massage therapist wants to run a business. But most massage therapists want to have a clinical experience.
Well, that's really true, actually, yeah.
And this is where I'm leaning into the differentiation. In our industry, there are business coaches out there, often who run a program. Some of them will meet with you one-on-one, which is more of a mentoring thing. Others will be in a structured group environment. But when it comes to mentoring, it is more likely to be clinical mentoring, where you are growing your skills as a hands-on therapist.
Interesting.
There's only so many books you can read, and sometimes you need to get somebody else's perspective.
That is so true. Yes, that's very true. It's really good to have an outside opinion occasionally, because especially when we work alone, as a lot of us do, or we might only have one or two people in our business model, you can get really sort of caught up in your own head, and eventually you're like, I'm so stuck. I can't make a decision, or I'm not sure what's the right path to take. And that's where it's really great to have an outsider to your business and to an outsider to your personal life to go, actually, have you thought about this other thing? Or, like sometimes you just need somebody to say, hey, you're actually overthinking that. Like, just take a breath and let's reset.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I've used those words with you, Jackie.
Yes, you probably have. I'm very good at overthinking. I'm an expert overthinker. If anyone wants to know how to do it, come and ask me.
Yep. Likely your mentor is going to set you some actions to take away, and it's important that you do those things. Otherwise, every time you meet with that person, you'll be going over the same ground. And I met with Stuart Hines a couple of times. If you're part of the inner circle, you've got open access to Stu. Otherwise, you can approach him in other means.
Well, he's very approachable.
Very approachable.
Talk your ear off if you let him. Which is a good thing, really.
Yeah, and we talked about some clinical things about, hey, what direction do you want to grow as a therapist? Which was then followed by, have you thought about doing these things? We had a bit of a chat about them. And his final thing to me was, hey, David, do you just mind reading out the steps that you've written down? I was like, actually, I have written them down. I was like, I know this is a trick question. But it's not a trick question. It's like, I've just spent an hour and a half with you. Have you just wasted my time?
Yes. Yes. Look, if a mentor is investing their own time in nurturing you, a new therapist, like honestly, it's just the best thing is to show them that you are worthy of their time, because honestly, like a lot of people that are doing mentoring run really busy businesses. They might have kids that they're looking after, like they have this full life, and it's doing yourself such a disservice if you're not following through, and doing the tracking that you were asked to do, and doing those little modules and taking those next actionable steps. So yeah, like if you are absolutely, like, go for it. If you've decided to find a mentor and follow through with that person, just go for it. Absolutely nail it.
So a mentor might be working in a particular clinical style, or maybe they're working with the desired cohort that you really want to work with, your niche, so to speak. And so you might find someone who is really passionate about feet and working with people who do foot things. Now, that may sound a bit strange, but it might be a runner or a soccer player or a gymnast or what have you. And you think, oh, okay, they're working, they've got some great outcomes with this. I need to learn that. And they may invite you into their treatment room with you, which is a great honour for you to observe and then coach hands-on.
I wanted to laugh when you said feet, but that's so true. I'm sorry, I just really wanted to have a giggle, but it's so true. Feet are really important and like super overlooked, as you probably well know.
Insert body part in place of feet.
Yes.
Maybe you're passionate about upper limb and someone who does a lot of hand rehab post-carpal tunnel surgery or something. You could very well find yourself sitting alongside that therapist, seeing what they do, hearing how they interact with their clients, asking the questions, documenting the things, and then watching the technique and the follow-up and the aftercare that they prescribe.
Well, this gets into niching, David. Really?
Exactly. And when I was employing staff, part of my interview process was, okay, now we've had a conversation. Come into my treatment room while I'm working.
Yeah, right.
And see how I work with people. Has to be done with permission of the client, of course.
Absolutely. This is something we should have stated up front, yes.
Do you mind just sitting outside for the next 3 hours?
can just listen to the general banter from the next room.
All right. I think we should wrap this one up, Jackie.
Yes.
If you are trying to grow as a therapist, you probably need a mentor. You can't learn all the things on your own. There's only so much CPE that you can do before you need someone to actually drop into the nuances of what they do, how they work with people. It is up to you to identify who you want as your mentor and then to do the things to recruit them.
I think I'm actually going to speak to a couple of my trusted friends and colleagues in like 5 minutes and, start up a little bit of a formal plan. I know one of them will be listening to this, so hello, I'm about to call you. But yes, it's such a great idea to have a formalised relationship. So yes, highly encourage you to do so.
If you have enjoyed today's brief episode on mentoring, if you are passionate and excited about what we are doing here on the Folding Towers podcast, perhaps you can consider buying us a coffee. It is a way that you can contribute to the ongoing costs of running this show, just like Georgina Torelli has done. Thank you, Georgina, from the bottom of our hearts.
Did she? Oh, thanks, Georgie. That's amazing. Thank you.
Georgie runs a clinic here in Adelaide called G Vitalise, and she is mentoring up-and-coming new therapists too.
She works with so many new therapists. Yes, she is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much, Georgina, for doing that. We adore you.
Please like and subscribe through your favourite podcasting app, and consider visiting us on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, soon to be YouTube, and occasionally Twitter.
Thank you so much for chatting with my very confused brain today, David. I appreciate you being here.
I'll see you in the next one, Jackie.
Bye, everybody.